On March 11, 2025, the world watched as former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte was arrested in Manila. He was swiftly extradited to The Hague, Netherlands. This historic event marked the first time an Asian head of state was indicted by the International Criminal Court, or ICC. Duterte faces serious charges of crimes against humanity. These charges stem from his controversial war on drugs campaign during his presidency. The ICC's decision to indict Duterte is a significant development in international law. It underscores the court's commitment to holding leaders accountable for atrocities. Duterte's arrest, facilitated by the current Philippine government, sent shockwaves through the international community. It has also sparked debate about the ICC's role in a world where power and politics often collide. Duterte's arrival at the ICC detention center marked the beginning of a legal process that could last for years. He now awaits trial, facing accusations of orchestrating widespread extrajudicial killings. His case has drawn global attention, with human rights groups, legal experts, and governments closely observing every development. The charges against Duterte are grave. If found guilty, he could face a lengthy prison sentence. His trial will undoubtedly be a complex and contentious affair, scrutinized by the world as a test of international justice. The outcome of this landmark case has the potential to reshape how the international community addresses allegations of state-sponsored violence and human rights abuses. Rodrigo Duterte's presidency from 2016 to 2022 was marked by his infamous war on drugs. This campaign, purportedly aimed at eradicating illegal drug use in the Philippines, quickly descended into a bloodbath. Human rights groups estimate that tens of thousands of Filipinos were killed in extrajudicial killings during this period. Duterte openly encouraged violence against suspected drug users and dealers. His incendiary rhetoric created a climate of fear and impunity. Police and vigilante groups carried out countless killings, often without due process or accountability. Victims were often from impoverished neighborhoods, making them easy targets in a campaign fueled by fear and prejudice. The brutality of Duterte's war on drugs drew widespread condemnation from the international community. Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, and the United Nations all issued scathing reports documenting the atrocities. Despite the mounting evidence of crimes against humanity, Duterte remained defiant. He withdrew the Philippines from the ICC in 2019 in an attempt to shield himself from prosecution. Even after leaving office, Duterte remained a powerful figure in Philippine politics. His supporters continued to defend his methods, arguing that he was restoring order and security to the country. However, the ICC's decision to indict him shattered any illusion of impunity. The world was now watching, and Duterte would have to answer for the human cost of his deadly campaign. Duterte's arrest has brought to light the complex interplay between international justice and geopolitics. China, a close ally of Duterte, condemned the ICC's move, labeling it as politicization. This reaction underscores the challenges the ICC faces in asserting its authority on the global stage, particularly when powerful states perceive their interests to be at stake. The ICC's investigation and subsequent arrest warrant for Duterte faced significant hurdles. As a sovereign nation, the Philippines initially resisted cooperating with the ICC. However, the election of Ferdinand Marcos Jr., the son of the late dictator Ferdinand Marcos Sr., brought about a change in the political landscape. Marcos Jr. distanced himself from Duterte's policies and pledged to cooperate with the ICC's investigation. This shift in stance paved the way for Duterte's arrest and extradition to The Hague. The political calculations behind Marcos Jr.'s decision are complex, likely involving a desire to repair the Philippines' international image and secure Western support. Duterte's case has tested the ICC's resolve and exposed the limits of its power. The court relies heavily on the cooperation of states to apprehend suspects and enforce its decisions. Without a dedicated police force, the ICC's effectiveness hinges on its ability to navigate the often turbulent waters of international relations. The arrest and impending trial of Rodrigo Duterte represent a watershed moment for international justice. Never before has the ICC indicted a leader from Southeast Asia, a region grappling with its own history of impunity for human rights abuses. Duterte's case could embolden the ICC to pursue other powerful figures accused of atrocities, sending a powerful message that no one is above the law. However, the ICC's success in holding Duterte accountable should not overshadow the challenges it continues to face. The court has been criticized for its slow pace, limited resources, and perceived bias against African nations. To maintain its legitimacy and effectiveness, the ICC must address these criticisms and demonstrate its commitment to impartiality and due process. Duterte's trial is expected to be lengthy and complex, with both the prosecution and defense presenting their cases before a panel of judges. The outcome of this trial will have far-reaching implications, not only for the Philippines but also for the future of international criminal law. A guilty verdict would solidify the ICC's role as a vital institution for holding perpetrators of mass atrocities accountable. Conversely, an acquittal or a mistrial could weaken the court's credibility and embolden other leaders who believe they can act with impunity. The world is watching, and the stakes could not be higher. The Duterte case represents a defining moment for the ICC and a critical test for the pursuit of justice on a global scale. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment if you want more content.